Before Dulles International Airport was built, there was a village on the site that had been there since the early 1900s. And tonight, we're hearing directly from one of the residents who lived in the village of Willard before it was condemned.
So our Alexis Wainwright shows us how people from that community are working with the airport to capture the important aspects of Virginia's rich history.
It's a story of a forgotten community and its black residents. Before this was Dulles International Airport, it was the village of Willard, Virginia. But you were born here, is that correct?
That's correct. I was born in the small village of Willard. From my father's recollection, I was born maybe a 1/16 of a mile from where I'm now standing.
Louis Jett can explain every inch of what the town that once stood here represented.
This whole, I'd say 3 or 4, 8 or 10 acres is all Willard. This is Willard.
He was up here until the age of 8, and he's kept every single memory stowed away in this binder that he dons on weekly. Jett says it was an all-black town full of life.
It was actively occupied up until about 1957, 1958, when the FAA, the precursor to the FAA, was looking for a place for international airport.
Metropolitan Washington Airport Authority archaeologist Henry Ward says they found evidence of what used to be.
That was occupied, we believe, again, not only by a black family, but probably an enslaved family that would have been associated with the Lee plantation. And so some of the artifacts we found on that site are really quite evocative. Some of them are rock crystals.
But Willard was cleared out around 1958.
And they realized that there were some, I think, hundreds of buildings, farms, the village of Willard, all out here. All of those properties were basically went through a legal protection to go ahead and have them condemned through eminent domain. The property owners were paid compensation. How fair it was can be a question.
A question that Jett can answer.
The government sent my father and mother a letter saying our land was condemned. The date was September 1958, and we had to be gone by September 1958.
He says they were paid a little over $8,000 for their 2-story house that his dad built himself and their land. And now 3 airport runways meet where Willard used to be.
We think about Loudoun as this, really progressive and dynamic and modern county. And we may not realize that there is a very long and rich history, yes, of African Americans who were enslaved, but also of African Americans who, once freed, were entrepreneurial, they bought land, they built tight-knit communities.
And now this history will be displayed in an exhibit where it once stood tall and proud. Alexis Wainwright, WUSA 9.